Ooh, that's a big one. Welcome back, you great big, beautiful human. It's me. And today, we are taking a look at a trait that even I didn't know about, which is crazy because I love kangaroos. They can delay pregnancy. That's right, you heard me right. These little guys can put the brakes on pregnancy whenever they want to, and there are some pretty good reasons why. First off, let's talk about their reproductive system. Does anyone watching still think all mammals are the same down there? Come on, be honest. I know I did before I started making these videos. But in the case of female kangaroos, they actually have 2 uteruses, which honestly seems like it would make things more complicated. But it doesn't stop them from delaying pregnancy. Wombats also have 2 wombs, and we made an entire video about that down below. Check it out if you're interested. So what's going on with these 2 wombs? Well, when a female kangaroo gives birth, each of those wombs can support the growth of a new baby. But typically after giving birth, they won't start a new pregnancy for several months. This gives their bodies time to recover from the previous pregnancy and make sure that the new baby has enough nutrients to grow properly. However, sometimes a female kangaroo will skip a menstrual cycle and not give birth. And scientists aren't exactly sure why this happens, but they have a few theories. One theory is that the female kangaroo can actually control her hormones to prevent ovulation. If she doesn't have enough food or water, or if the weather is too hot, she might just say, "Nope, not this time, ladies." Another reason is that if there are already plenty of baby kangaroos around, like if it's a good time of year and food is abundant, females might delay pregnancy so they aren't competing with other females for resources. Kind of like when you wait to play a song until the end of your set so you can get the girls drunk enough to dance to it. But instead it's 2 uteruses, instead of just 1. Yet another reason is that if a female kangaroo is pregnant and gives birth to a baby, well, now she has 2 babies. And you know what? 2 babies is quite a lot for a female kangaroo to handle. So by delaying pregnancy, she can make sure that she has the time and resources needed to take care of the babies that she already has. Plus, there's only so much room in a pouch, for goodness sake. And here's where things get even crazier. Sometimes female kangaroos will even delay the development of an embryo. Like once an embryo has implanted in the womb, it can actually slow down its development if conditions aren't ideal. This means that the baby won't use up as much energy or nutrients from its mom, which is a smart strategy when times are tough. Kind of like when you eat the last Pop-Tart in the box, but then hide it under the couch cushions when your mom comes around. Except it's an embryo instead of a Pop-Tart. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get why kangaroos would want to delay pregnancy sometimes, but how do they actually do it? Well, female kangaroos have to release an egg first for pregnancy to occur. And that's controlled by a hormone called follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH. When FSH levels are low, it's harder for an egg to be released, which makes it harder for sperm to fertilize an egg. So by controlling the amount of FSH in their bodies, female kangaroos can control how often they ovulate, and therefore how often they get pregnant. And they do this by getting a little help from their friends. That's right. Female kangaroos will change the amount of a hormone called prolactin in their bodies. And prolactin actually helps produce milk. So by changing the amount of prolactin in their bodies, they can affect how much FSH is produced. And that in turn affects how often they ovulate, and therefore how often they get pregnant. It's kind of like when your friend tells you, "Hey, don't worry about that girl who just broke up with you. We'll find someone better." But really, they're just trying to make you feel better, while they set you up with their cousin. Except it's hormones instead of your friend setting you up with their cousin. And unfortunately, humans can't just delay our pregnancies whenever we want to. There are a couple of methods of birth control that involve kangaroos can delay pregnancy. E-hormones, but none of them work exactly like the kangaroo method. So maybe we should study kangaroos a little more to see if we can learn how to control our own reproductive systems a little better. Just imagine being able to control your periods, or never having to worry about getting pregnant accidentally. The possibilities are really endless. Maybe someday, we'll even be able to ask Siri to just delay my pregnancy for like a few months. That would be pretty great. If you liked learning about this amazing animal, check out our podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for watching. I'm out.